Oh, it's just before midday. And where am I? And all these farmers' fields, you know. That'll give you a clue. If you could look over to there, that at the moment is a landfill. It's going to be made into a solar farm, and the plans are quite advanced. Now this, near a village called Astley Green. Now I've not got my glasses on when I'm filming this, so bear with me. There it is. So it's Astley. And we've got the solar farm coming. Now, the people who wrote about this solar farm, I'm only talking about one solar farm. Well, hey, we do our homework. So we've actually got two coming. And what I'm going to do today and this week is film around it, and then can see the proposed size of it and discuss what this means to Manchester and its net zero efforts. Now, anyone who knows me will know I have a background in working in environmental management, but why did I even get into it in the first place? I got into it to stop polluting rivers, and that's what I did. When I was in the industry, we used to do things like re-engineer processes so that we didn't chuck effluent into the river, and you know, the real proper environmental stuff, not low carbon and net zero targets that will drive us, all businesses, and our farmers out of business. Now I know for a fact that that some of these fields grow food, because I see them all through the year. I regularly come for walks around here. But there's the landfill, and I think it's going to stretch from well over there in the distance, and it stretches all the way up there, and there's like a permit thing. So yeah, we'll go and take a look. Them lovely birds. Can't see them at all through my viewfinder. It's called getting old, isn't it? You get to the stage where you think, wow, am I actually that age? Because I never really feel it in my mind. I do feel it with the state of the world and worrying about what's going on. And how our kids are going to be, you know. I was talking to somebody about this smart city encroaching on this area, and they said to me, oh yeah, like it's bad, and anyway, I've got to find out more about it. The freedom movement has got a bit of an issue at the moment, if you ask me. We're not approaching farmers right. You've got, quite rightly, I read the article that the farmers movement yellow badge group, which, you know, I left a while ago, put out. But they put another article out very similar to when I were talking on the page, because on the page we were all kind of saying, really, it's essential that farmers know the agenda behind what's happening about the seizure of the, you know, the land grabs, and they need to know. But we've kind of had a response from the Farmers Yellow group, as in, we're busy getting people independent and growing food. Great, but how does that help farmers is my question. And that's a commercial product, is it, of the PFFA? Do you have to subscribe? And what are the farmers around here going to do because of the smart city? Because I'm telling you, at night, even through all these trees, you can see this smart city. Now I'm coming up to I think Boost Town, this estate. You can see this is only the start. There's acres, hundreds of acres of fields around here. They're all in the flat. There's 2 solar farms planned already. This is the area, by the way, where they did not far from where they did the Barton Moss, anti-fracking protests. It's the same stretch of greenbelt anyway, just the other side. But we've got the farmers group saying, don't tell anybody about freedom issues. Well, I argue back. You got the bloody Together declaration, haven't you, and Alan Miller? I saw his signs all over the farmers. It's that kind of crap that they're talking about. And not the freedom movement in general. And the farmers group saying that farmers are being put off by freedom fighters. Well, be more selective in how you approach them. Be more selective in who you send. These people are after fame and exposure in the freedom movement very, very quickly. Why can't you send someone much lower key in who knows what they're talking about? You know, why are the farmers not going to talking to farmers? Why are you getting that type of thing? You know, the protests, NFU organised, excuse me, anyway. You can see which is the landfill. I'm hoping I can get you oh, I can't see, I need to come back, but I'm sure, hopefully, you'll be able to see there's a digger. It's there. Is that it? No! Oh, it's there! Right. Well, you can see the digger anyway. The digger's filling off, you know, still filling the landfill. So there's plenty of time to start moving on this, because well, not plenty of time, it's very, very far ahead in planning, it must be, and the stuff I'm seeing online. But you get the precedent of a solar farm being put on a landfill. Frankly, the people of Astley Green and Astley were promised that this landfill would be resurfaced when they were finished with it, really. But it's not. It's going to be semi-resurfaced, and it's being covered with a solar farm. Now that goes against the original plans of what they promised the villagers anyway. And even though it's an ex-mining area, it's beautiful round here. There's a lot of amenity for wildlife. There's some sites of special scientific interest. And well, yeah, we need to save this greenbelt, guys. This solar farm, if approved, could set a precedent for the rest of this land to be stolen. Is my fear. So I'm kind of coming to the end of this path. I'm not going to go right up there because if you can see through the trees, there's some houses there and it's Bruce Town, so you must go the other way. Anyway, let's go and have a little look. But did Alan Milliman Together declaration go in too heavy? Probably. What do I think? Are they controlled op? You tell me. But stop sending controlled op into these farmers' negotiations. We haven't got time. We need to save our countryside. You know. We do. Yeah, 2 solar farms planned for this area. Same area as you did all your anti-fracking protests. They're after that land again, but in a different way. Let's stop them, is my suggestion. But everybody's too busy sharing stuff from China and America and stuff. No one cares really, particularly what's happening in Manchester. Become a bit clear to see. Or do ya? If you do care, now is the time to speak. Because there's too many people just talking on this Telegram. I think it's a purposeful thing that they've got us all into. I think it's a purposeful thing, so we waste as much time as possible on Telegram and don't get out doing anything. And so it's time to come off Telegram a lot more, folks. It ain't a healthy place to be, and we're just sharing the same crap. Left, right and centre. And that ain't doing anything. Sharing a farmers thing 100 times over groups is doing, pardon my French, fuck all for help farmers. Stood with some boards is good to raise awareness, but still it's not doing anything. Time to get away from your screens if you can and out. And what I wanted really was a leaflet or something so we can go out and talk to the farmers. Now we need this leaflet to be shill free, no sponsors, no groups, no nothing, just plain text. So people, and a section bit so people could either print a sticker and stick it on with the details and the group if they want to, or just leave it blank if you don't want to put your details on there. But we need some outreach materials. And I'm a 15-minute cities girl. I would hope that we'll find some farmers to do leaflet for farmers. Farmers doing the leaflet for farmers would be good, wouldn't it? But an awake leaflet, because sorry, Farmers Movement UK, are you the Farmers Movement UK, or are you growing food? What are you? Are you the Farmers Movement UK? Are you the PFFA, the People's Food and Farming Alliance? Are you growing food? More farmers, more food. What is your raison d'etre? Because, you know, I'm being told, oh, the farmers don't want to discuss awake things. Well, problem is this. You set up that group, you added everybody who you knew were freedom fighters. you're telling me now that freedom fighting group has very few farmers, and it's old and disabled people in your community groups growing food. Well, it's not about farmers then. Why don't you change the name of it? You either are focusing on farmers or you're not. You're either helping them or you're not. But if you're not helping them, then a group that refuses to discuss any of the agendas, that farmers are going to lose their livelihoods anyway, pretty darn quick. I think we know things are ramping up, but a group that fails to address that is failing to help the farmers, in my humble opinion. And if you're meaning that you really do want to awaken the farmers, but the message that's been getting out is a bit heavy, and Alan Miller and his little gang have been shoving together declaration signs everywhere. I've seen them absolutely everywhere. They're in the farmers' tractors and everything. So when this little farmers group, Farmers Movement UK, are trying to say to me every time I say something, we're getting complaints because people are discussing too much or a lot of information. Well, maybe that's the way you're putting stuff across, and maybe if you don't align with shills, then you'll get better results. Anyway, from a proper farmer's field, these farmers that I will be helping, whether you will be helping me or not, and looking onto the proposed solar farm, because all this land will be going if we don't fight it. Bye for now. Something else to add. No, I don't know whether that digger is preparing for the solar farm. Could well be. Could well have topped the landfill and be preparing for the solar farm. Where are they up to? I'm not quite sure yet. But if you're going to grow your own, farmers aside, if you're going to grow your own, if you do it in all these very group interlinked community groups, the branded, the badge ones, don't you think that there'll be lists of people maintained who have that land and are growing their own food? And what happens if there's a change of plan from the government? So when we have communist regimes incoming, that's exactly the type of thing that they did, causing people not to have food. So if I were you, I'd avoid growing my own food in a group. No offence to the people who are growing food, but you'll be the first people who'll be raided, in my humble opinion. Telling everybody that you're doing it online in these big groups. So if you want to grow your own food, to me, I'd be doing it offline. I'd be doing it in my own groups. I wouldn't want any group to have a list or to know where I was growing food. Not in the regime that's coming, guys. That is my own opinion. My opinions aren't often liked, but do you know why? Because I'm speaking the truth. Don't be led by people into organised community groups where you're growing food, and the next minute, if there's a change of plan, you can't grow your food anymore because they know about it. They know about it. Keep it offline. Keep it to yourselves. Right-o. Bye for now.